What's up? I wasn't prepared at all. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hello. Hi. Oh, I still feel like I'm kind of waking up. I had a really busy work week. Um, and this is the first time I'm sitting down at the computer. Just so you know, we're actually going to put some work in today. Um, I'm finishing up a city street and I have some textures that are messed up, so we're going to get back to that if you're just now coming into the stream. But for now, I'm going to wait for people to trail in and catch up with y'all a little bit on this screen before we hop into it. If you're okay with that, I really hope you are. Okay, Orange Beanie, I see you. Yeah, I lost my black one. I don't know what I did. I was carrying it out for different options for the head, and I think I dropped it somewhere in the complex, and I'm like, okay, uh, well, there goes that. Gotta get another one. Pretty sure I dropped it. But how are y'all doing? How's your day going? It's going good so far. I'm so glad that Cohart is in here. I can see the chat from everywhere we're streaming. If you were on Facebook, it probably shut down because of the music playing in the background, I guess. I think that's what happened to the previous stream as well. You guys aren't able to chat, but you are able to watch. Okay, so I apologize for that, but really hope everyone's doing well. I'm glad that Estrogens is in the room. Shalonda, hey, what's up, Z? How we doing? How we feeling? Well, that's not good. Did the stream pause? I sure hope not. Let's hope that that's just my phone. Okay. He said, I finally literally all day I just got up to eat finally. Well, at least you got up to eat. You know? That's always the best thing to do. It froze. It's buffering. Damn. Sorry, y'all. Not really sure what happened there. Don't know what caused it to buffer. Could be anything. Okay, sorry. I'm like all over the place because I knew I wanted to go live. I want to be as consistent as I can, letting as many people in the loop as possible. My last stream was kind of cool, but I didn't get much done, and I still might not get anything done because y'all know how I am when I stream. Hood the okay, all right, that's good that it's back. Very, very glad that it's back. It went wonky for a second. Sorry, y'all. I'm here though. I'm here. Okay. Get me started. Let's start with some questions. And I feel like I'm so much more orange than I'm supposed to be. Hold on. Can I change something up a little bit? I don't want that. Let me go to my filters. I feel like I am looking so orange for no reason. Let's bring this saturation down a little bit and see if that looks a little better. Looking oompa loompa-y. We don't want all that. Twitch is just overwhelmed by your swag, really. Can we do a bet so for one? Can we do a bet so for the one time? And it's like your partner, Janiqua, is not the one. So. And to be honest, I didn't really write a bunch of so's up in there this go round. It's like I know I'm showing what I can, and I know that, you know, it's been months on end just trying to not only get myself up to speed, but to get people who, you know, are still heavily involved in this story as up to speed as possible. And the thing about all this is that I know at a certain point in time, there was a shift in the maturity written in there. I don't hang around that many people, so I don't have any like good real life situations to add into the writing, right? So when I say that the series is calmed down a bit, I mean it in a way where things can happen a lot more cinematically, right? Because y'all saw the little preview.
Y'all ever got...
Oops, not that. Oh, what was I going through that day? My Jesus Lord. Okay, hold on. Did I save any of it? Please tell me I saved something. The little preview for the one time, man. No, we didn't add it. Hold on, yeah. I'm all over the damn place right now. How was your day? My day is kind of just getting started. Like I woke up in noonish and then tried to get some things together. Trying to live life. After being up all night working, not on this necessarily, but like I was on set for something. Wasn't prepared for any of that. It's been a minute since I've been like on set for something in a little cool little minute. We want to open up a media source, right? And we want this isn't it. This isn't it. None of this is it. Well, okay. I guess we won't add that. Let's go back to the full webcam. Anyway, sometimes I'll get on camera not realizing how stressed I be looking in the face, and I be having like the most positive vibes on the planet, but then sometimes I like rewatch myself. It's like, bitch, what was you going through? What's up? what went down that day? You can't even remember what you stressed about at some point, right? Oh, my Lanta. I was trying to pull up that little preview, but I guess I'm just going to have to re-add it again. Media source. New. Pre. Let us see. Okay. Things that I know we're repeating ourselves, but take your time. I know y'all keep saying take your time, but I'm close. I'm like really close, especially with all these sets that are being built. I'm close to like we finished. I finished the voiceovers a couple days ago, and now I just have to go back and fine tune. And if there's a line that I don't like, just redo it, redeliver it, you know. And I'm going to be having a focus group soon to watch the pilot episode, because that's finally like edited together in a way, right? But it still kind of feels a little bit mocky because there's a lot of sound design that needs to happen in between. The animations look cool, and I'm still kind of not okay with the opening sequence, but I'm going to have a watch party, like a physical one at first, for like close friends, you know, maybe like a close net of 5 people, and then they're going to give me real good constructive criticism if I'm not able to deliver a character the way they see it or the way they wish it was done. You get what I mean? Because I know for a fact that it'll be, you know, maybe it's a little entertaining to watch, but I know when I'm like going back and forth between certain characters, I still sound like myself. So with these 5 people, they're going to tell me up front that it deserves to be somebody else with this personality, you know, and I've been waiting for that for quite some time. So after that meeting happens, I have a casting person, a casting director. I still don't have I need anybody. Then I'm going to have to start auditioning voice actors if they tell me that it doesn't stand alone on its own. If they tell me that it would be so much better if other people played. But if I don't get that, then it's just going to be me for this full first season. You know. It's in video. Renders. Sorry for this. Let me fix it real quick. Come on, man. Put me at the bottom. Oh, I added it on the wrong thing anyway. Let's do here. Add media source, add source, preview, bam. Let's try that again. Do 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 zoo do do zoo do do do. Okay, I just wanted the option to be able to pop that back up on the screen. Cool, cool. Glad we on the same page. Being all particular over here. He said it's cutting off again. Well, whenever this comes, I'm excited for it. Except Bet is judging us. So, why does it look so yellow on the phone, but on the computer it looks completely fine? Oh my goodness. Okay. He said, yo, where you been? I've been trying to figure out all of my situations, right? I have been doing my absolute best to try and stay balanced at everything that I want for myself, at least. Catching this live and not a post. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, like it's been such a chill ride to try and figure as much out as possible. Don't quite feel that what I have to show is necessarily there yet. Okay, all right, so I planned on opening this up anyway. All right, so I'm trying to come up with as many sequences as possible. And for whatever reason, my project file got messed up and a lot of my textures are missing. So that's why you're seeing pink objects and stuff. But this street is for cinematic driving, and then also for when they're outside on the sidewalk or outside of a house, to make it simpler on ourselves. It's so basic and so simple, but I tried to dumb things down in a way. Let's put gravity on so we can just drive down the street. Let's pull it back a little bit. You see the speed limit is 40 out here in these streets. There we go. And my graphics card is trying everything in its power to not blow up. But the cool thing is, though, is that I'm getting a second computer built to be able to render things even more faster. So when I get done with a scene and it needs to render, I can send it to the other computer to, render the file. And I think we'll be able to have everything in 4K, because that's what I really wanted, So for here, I think I'm going to do my best to try and fix these benches. All right. So it's saying that we cannot find this level of wood for whatever reason. So let's see. You said the pink looks dope, to be honest. Nah, yeah, it's not supposed to look like that. I just need to replace the texture. You said the water on the ground looks real. Isn't that just any 3D game? Like, it just looks like it's supposed to be wet at all times. It just makes the ground look so much more realer. I'm trying not to do that for every single outside shot that I have, but it's difficult not to, because it's like you have the water not on the ground. It just looks like a dry ass road needs chapstick. Somebody get this road some shea butter, and we don't really want all that. Okay, where are our textures? It's missing. Why is it missing? Concrete. Let's just find a random wood texture and see if it'll work. Window. Nope. I need to have this box off to the side, probably like that, so I can still read what y'all saying. Because right now my phone is only showing me the YouTube chat, but I know y'all talking over in Twitch too. try and fix this. There we go. That's better. Hey, wife.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's just waiting outside.
Okay. All right. I cannot find no wood textures. Where is all my stuff?
I'm glad I'm home.
I'm glad you home too. Who is the? I said I love the wetness. Of course you would love the wetness, Astro. He said, well, hey, Rhonda still be a running gag? Yes, it sure will. Rhonda will be still in there. Nothing major has been cut other than the constant swearing. You know, I found a way to kind of make it sound a little bit more elegant. Try and reduce the use of the N-word, you know, but if that's a part of somebody's vocabulary, who am I to harbor free speech, you know? So it's just a little bit more toned down in terms of delivery. If I bring this back up, if I bring this little preview back up, where'd it go? If I bring this little preview back up. When Bet talking, let's try and talk for Bet, but it's probably going to be a delay. It's like, you was the one sitting there telling me that you don't want no relationship, you don't do relationships, you don't, you know, it's like a slower down and less like how I was making Bet talk before, where it's like she sound a little bit like Cash because I was trying to make her sound funny, right? So think real talk. Like, that's the best way I probably could describe it. It's just on some real talk. You know? Hey, Bree Briss, how you doing, baby? Welcome, welcome. Yo, I want to test the alert box. Is there anybody who isn't following or subscribed? Because I think I can test the widgets while I'm live. Let me see. It's supposed to sound like this. And the little thing is supposed to pop up in the corner, right? But I don't know if it's working correctly. There we go. There we go. See what happens if you're on YouTube, hit the like button right now and I want to see if the alert's going to pop up when people like the video. On both. It doesn't matter what you are. I don't think you can like anything on Twitch. But try and send some notifications up. I want to make sure they're working appropriately. So I was trying to set them all up, but I don't know if they're working appropriately. Let's see. To be honest, that makes me really happy as a black person who doesn't use the N-word. I don't have an issue with it being used, but sometimes black media uses it so much. It does. And I see it's not... I don't look at what we would do in the past as if it was like super immature, you know, but we got to think about how humor was around that time. The way you were able to make a black audience laugh is by, you know, being black as hell. And usually in our black families, that's just how it would be. You would get roasted, you would get clowned, you would get, you know, just this is this thing of black culture that we would all do. But I think in the shift of like the year of 2020 up until now, so many more people are woke, and now we see as artists what we were doing to make our culture a little bit regressive instead of progressive, right? So there, you know, like there's all those comedy bits of black men in wigs or imitating a black woman in what they would call the most ratchet way possible. And that's, you don't have to do that in order to tell a black story, because there's so many black Americans out here trying to live that American dream who don't speak that way. And we have to sit and think about who exactly it's making laughter for. Like, is it for black people or is it for white people to laugh at black people? You know, so I think more people discovered that over time. That's why we see less and less people talking, less and less other races acting out or imitating another race, because they see how damaging it can be for that culture and for that community. So it's up to us who are a part of that community to represent things in a positive light and find a way to create laughter without putting anybody in our culture down, you know? So, you know, that's what I've learned so far, you know, just working on something like this. Who doesn't love a good roast? You just like, are you on Twitch or YouTube? I'm on both. I'm on Twitch, YouTube. I was on Facebook, but I guess let me play music in the background if I'm live. And I don't have a way to shut the music off specifically for Facebook, you know. All right, so I've been looking for this wood for a minute. I'm sorry. Let's see what else we get. There's a lot of options here. Okay. Let's see some pictures. What are we looking at right now? Give me something. Okay, so this looks good for some benches. And it is twisted and messed up in all of the wrong directions. Hold on, let's zoom in on this. Come here. That's fine. We just got to twist it and turn it. This is what we want. I need to be able to see what I'm selected on. There we go. All right. Hey, all right. Hey, DJ, the icon. How are you? Rob, what's up? Hey, baby. You stupid Facebook. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. I do not know. I want this on the other side for real, for real. Can I switch where this is? Can I get a pop out? Can I get something? Man. Ooh, cute. When the alerts pop up, can y'all hear the sound effect that goes with it or no? Just trying to make sure we got options here. Okay. All right, so this is our wood. Let's turn the wood around. Nope, we don't want that. Come on, man. Don't freeze on me on some stupid shit. Thank you. You stupid. He said, how did you got a notification from this channel or no? Hey, he said, it's always bothered me that my blackness in media went from a mix of different classes, diversity, educated, different shades and backgrounds to such the limited comedy we have now. I don't look at it like it's completely, no. I wanna say that you're right, because we have shows like Blackish that's so one-dimensional. And hey, beautiful. Hi.
Oh, I forgot my.
Huh? That's one-dimensional way. No disrespect to the show, because it's a cute and, you know, a cute family show. But I look at the things that Black shows focused on in the 90s, and granted, we loved a lot of them because, you know, shows are just a form of good storytelling. But I had this conversation with y'all before where it was like, if it was an all Black female cast, their issue would be man problems. If it was a mixture Black family, it would be child problems. Like, it was always a problem. And I get it, in a show you got to have a conflict and a resolution in some sorts, but what else can you really do when that's also American culture? You know, like, you have your different classes. We're all like segregated still. They say the states are united, but we're really not. They made lines to suppress Black votes, you know what I mean? So it's like, we're all still segregated in a way, and it's embedded into our TV shows. Yeah, we can hear it. Okay, it's crazy the amount of work you've put into this cinema. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad that you're viewing it that way. But it's so sporadic to be able to work on something like this because of the other stuff that I do. That's not what we want either. We have to rotate its location. Oh no, I just got to change the UV. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to flip the UV around. No. Thank you. So for this, edit mode. Thank you. And then I need you. Oh, I had it right. Okay. To link up. Thank you. Everything should be selected. We're going R 90. And then get out of edit mode. I mean, that's decent. But we kind of fixed it a little bit. That looks cool. All right, so now the other issues that we have. Cool. He said it is, and that's so true. But yeah, you don't gotta agree with me on things. We don't have to think the same way. You can have your way of looking at things and I can have mine, but I ain't never gonna judge you for how you feel about what you consume, you know? If you feel like something is not good and it can obviously be better, I feel like the only way a Black voice can get heard is when they do it themselves, is when they break that barrier down. You know, when I think the perfect example is somebody like Issa Rae. Issa Rae saw content that isn't necessarily for her, and she was like, F that, I'm just gonna make content that I want to see, and then went from there. Now we have a whole A building. We have a whole A building that is just not textured. All right. And another one that is not textured, but the lights is working on it, which is cool. And why are my street signs overlapping? Hold on. Things that I finally, did you make the whole city? If so, good shit. Some of the assets are from CG Trader. I can't take credit for that. But in terms of like the placement and where things are, where I wanted things to be, then yeah, like that's what we ended up setting up. It only fixed one bench, not all the benches because of the UV. Got it. That was one bench fixed, but we'll have to go in and fix that ourselves. Okay. He said the setting is giving me chills. So, okay, let me see if I can do like a quick, I was trying to fix one thing and I just got too many items going on in there. So let me show y'all what I mean. Let's add a car. I hate that the buildings are pink. I need to see my lines, but just for reference, I want to add this hotel sign in a different area too. Yeah, I'm gonna swap that building around. All right, but let's take this. No, punk. Just one little lonely newspaper, huh? That's what we was going for. I was supposed to add more dirt and objects to the street, but I'm gonna just wait on that. All right, here we go. Transportation. What kind of car do we want? Let's put a regular sedan. I'm just gonna use this white BMW. I like this. Center, let's do low poly so it doesn't mess us up a little bit. Let's go with a metallic white color. And it should be reflective off of this HDR right here. So now what I'm going to do, since this is the wrong direction, select the objects and damn. Okay, I'm gonna just move this here. Select objects. Thank you. Okay. Let's do, which way is the car facing? It's facing RZ. Ooh, it's not gonna let me move all this. It's tripping. Said, did you make the whole city? This said, give me chills. Yeah, Issa Rae is so cool. I loved her series. She was cool, people. We got to go watch her talk at a YouTube Black event. I mean, YouTube Black was one of the dopest things that YouTube could have ever done for Black creators. But unfortunately, like, there's still a hierarchy. If you're not making them any money, they're not gonna invite you nowhere. But also there's like the pandemic too, so they haven't really been having a lot of events like that. They said I finally made it to a live. Turn up. Ooh, they're not gonna let me do it. See, this is one thing that's been kind of difficult to want to go live and do. I got too many assets and the graphics card is like, hey ho, what are you trying to do here? What's up? What's the truth? And it keeps making my stuff freeze. No matter how good the GPU is, huh? Still gonna make me suffer. Ma'am, come on now. Yeah, it feels weird to have been working inside of Blender for this long and then still not know how to use Unity all that well. Just because I haven't taken the time out to take tutorials and how to do stuff. Because I feel like having real-time rendering would help so much with a lot of things. But I don't know, I got addicted to the look of things in Blender and just didn't want to look in any other direction because it was difficult for me to try and figure all this out without going to school. Man, that does not, it does not make you as special to say that you're trying to self-teach, but if my ass would have just decided to go to school for 2 years, I wonder if it would have helped me a little bit better. But I am a slow learner though, so. Alright, so you just not gonna let me rotate nothing, huh? RZ90. Are you gonna do it? We'll see what happens. How y'all doing so far, man? You okay? I'm trying to get myself to a point where I don't have just like 1 or 2 things to show. But I am proud that I like went a while without like, so when we would go live on the Twitches and not necessarily on the YouTube channel like that, y'all would watch me build the stuff, but then I wouldn't like go live while building anything else, right? So there's a lot of things that I did off camera that, you know, a lot of people haven't seen. And I want to say I'm proud of myself for not showing, because it does make me feel a lot better to switch things around and not get your hopes up so goddamn much. So thank you for only letting me show a little bit, and thank you for just taking, you know, one seed at a time while we build up what I can. It still blows my mind till this day that there's like ounces of support still with this, still trying to watch me do it. Watch this still be facing the wrong goddamn direction. I said, hey, I wanted to tell you that the audio sounds so much cleaner, like closer to a radio station announcer. Thank you. I switched my microphone back to the other one. Yeah, I think that, I don't know, that I don't like blue microphones. Not this microphone in particular is blue, but the product blue, I don't like them because it brings so much bassiness into the voice. And even though it has a low end roll off thing, it just doesn't feel like it's enough. All that just to be able to get this car turned around. That's all we wanted. That's all we requested. Where in the Phoenix? Of course. Come on, Blender. Maybe if I turn it off of the texture mode. Yeah. Let's put it on the shader and see what happens. Please, sir, please. Thank you. Giving me so much so much fucking hassle. They said Sims could never, with these levels of rendering, it makes Sims look like a toy. It's very interesting to think though that of course we're floating in the air, you know, because why the not? I just want to be able to see my vehicle. Thank you. No, wait, go back, go back, go back. Come on. Undo. Undo, man. Ugh. It's being so slow for me right now. Okay. All right, so for our vehicle, make editable for animation. And I want to turn this into the ground. How do I do that again? How do you register a vehicle to be the ground? He said, damn, I'm super late. He said, well, this is neat. Hey, love. I'm trying out here in these streets. Yeah, I didn't register anything to be the ground, but it's rolling though. All right, so basically, let's make a camera. Hello, oh, I'm in pose mode. Make a camera. We'll rename her to car camera. Sorry I'm not being as talkative, y'all. Like, it's kind of my first time trying to stream on multiple platforms and play with Blender at the same time. But I guess because it's streaming on 3 different platforms, it's being really slow for me right now. And I got a lot going on. But I don't want to blame it on my setup because it's a really nice setup. Not my ideal setup, but okay, so how do I bring it over here? I control 0. There we go. Trying to get like a decent angle going over here too, and we can have the tires interact with those speed bumps. Just have to register it as a ground object, but it's been a minute. It's been a little minute since I did my last driving scene, so I'm just trying to remember where everything is. You could drop the frame rate to 30. It is at 30. Hey, hey, and Anime Wolf Girl, what's up, boo? Wanted to make sure I said the name right. All right, let's push this back. So we have our little car angle right here, right? Let's add in some depth of field. But we have to load the textures back up. Come on. Come on, girl. You could do it. Let's go. Hey, Paris. How you doing, baby? We all right? Come on. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's showing you at 1080p 60. Oh, okay. You're completely right about that. Maybe in the next stream I'll bring it down to 30 and see what we get. Alright, so basically we want the car in focus. Oh, that is gorgeous. I love it. Y'all gonna see like all these nighttime scenes and it's, man, cause nah, you can't judge me on this, man. This is, come on now. I already have a couple shots like this. Alright, so say it's gonna look weird having these speed bumps. It may be how you got your settings on YouTube. Thanks. I'll do my best to try and like do like a test stream. I am gonna try and start doing Patreon only streams too, to get a little bit more detail of how far I am and show them things that I haven't shown like publicly. That is cool. Okay, so now we want this camera to follow. Let's do child of and just the location. Of should be the car rig, and then we want route, right? So now what bone is this? That's the route. Why the camera not following the route? Come here. Follow the route location. So why you not following? Oh, okay. Follow the body. There we go. But if it's locked, I can't use that. Okay. There we go. And my camera's right there. GY. You still not following what you're supposed to be following. Excuse me, sir. There we go. That should have did it. Do. It's all just a bunch of trial and error trying to make it seem like it's it. She's stunning. Thank you. All right. Let's go ahead and just put these off the road real quick. Let's put this down. gonna select them and hide them. It's just too much going on in my stuff over here. This is exactly how I'm gonna be when Paralives comes out. I'm just gonna start building stuff, but then explain what I'm building so I can be Les Ross. Or what's a better one? Bob. No. Let's see. Les Bob SquarePants. Les Bob Ross. No, I can't think of a creative way to say it. I'm terrible. Okay, sorry. Just be a lesbian Bob Ross. That's literally the name of a YouTube channel. The lesbian Bob Ross. And then we're going to hide our objects here so we don't have to see them, as the car will not be interacting with those objects in the road. We see a few more mistakes right here. They look like little divots. Let's go and hide that too as well and try and find this family of bolts. Well, it's not too much. I don't think it's too distracting, but sorry. I'll just keep them on the road just to be able to do this real quick. And then we'll add in a character. We'll put them in a driving pose, and I'll show y'all what driving at nighttime will eventually look like. But I need to minimize this. Okay. Here we go. All right, so pose mode. Let's do 120 some odd frames. Cool. Put this at frame 1. We're gonna hit location and then GY. Get them to the end of the street right there. Then I put it back. What the hell? This is giving me so many fucking problems today. Far back. Leslie Bob Ross. That one, good. I could not think of anything at all. Wasn't with the shit, man. Okay. Like, yo, man, I need my dope sheet. There we go. Summary root, right? So you have root. Oh, I didn't put, okay, I see what I did wrong. My dumb ass. Okay. To there. And then end. Here we go. Didn't go too far. But that was in 250 frames. We could slow it down to 500 frames. Let's go to 300. No, bitch. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Come here, come here, come here. Man, y'all can always ask me any question you want to. With working on something like this, is like I don't really have much things to say, and usually when I live stream, it's like nonstop talking for me. So when I'm sitting here not saying nothing, it feels off. I don't know how people can like work and talk at the same time. That shit is not in my repertoire. Okay, so I'm so sorry. Can we not run into these white people? Thank you. You know, it's like the quality looks a bit terrible, but it's you know, simple things like that. All right, I think most of my driving shots look more so like this and maybe a couple close-ups, but when it's close up on somebody, you said this is terrible. Yeah, so like when playing it back, so this is rendered in Eevee. It's not ideal, but outside textures just look better in Eevee. In interior, and I don't know, it just depends. It's like I like Eevee for cars and such, but Cycles renders dope too. But it's the little things like the shimmering. When it's rendered, it might not look like that. The image is probably just really noisy, but that's the beginning. So if I go back to my camera and did a little bit more with it, let's turn the f-stop down to like 1.8. That's what it would more so look like. It's a little too much, but it's okay. Let's get the headlight in focus. Oh yeah, okay, that's too much. So maybe this is the sweet spot right there. Okay. Can you add camera shake if you wanted to? I could. All right, so if I want the camera to shake, we just gotta remember what it is. All right, so I need my graph editor. All right, and we want to add. What mode am I in right now? We're in object mode. All right, so for the camera, I'm trying to remember the steps because I did this. I was like, I have like a set thing, but when in a new project, because this is a new project, I'm like, okay, I can't remember how I got started. I don't want. I think I have to add the camera as an object. Rig and camera action. There we go. All right, so for the, is it rotation or location? I'm pretty sure it's rotation. All right, so if we want to add a shake, we add a modifier. We add some noise to the image, and right now if we play it, the camera's gonna go all over the place. You see? It's bouncing. All right, so to heal that, I gotta find my little noise meter right here. Okay. We are going to lower the strength down to where it's just like tiny little bumps. So 0.10. There we go. Still a little bit rough. And so I mean, once you get something you like, I save a preset. But yeah, I have a preset, but not for cars. I have it for human scenes, but not for the cars yet. I don't necessarily want to save this one either. All right, so now we're gonna change the scale to be a little bit more wide, like that. And then I want the strength a little, let's go ahead and keep it at 0.1, and then stretch the scale out even further. There we go. So we had like a cool little smooth up and down motion, as things would be if you're in a car. But we can also add some Y rotation to kind of give it a little realism here. All right, so then let's copy this, go to Y rotation and paste this, and then flip the offset so it's not the same as the X rotation, right? So it's kind of the same. Yep. So it'll go down like that. Right to the beginning. Our car starts and drives off. Those pink things on the road is still pissing me off. Okay, so then let's put this back. I'm gonna move the car over a little bit. The camera's not gonna move with it? No. Oh yeah, graph editor. Duh. When you don't want to mess up anything in your scene, go to pose mode. Take this and move the X location but it's still not gonna move the camera. GUI. Okay. Let's just go ahead and do the same thing for the camera anyway. There we go. Car rig. GUI. There we go. There. Okay. I took way too long to do that. My fault. But I kind of wanted to look a little bit more centered onto the street. Hello. Are you she's, theys, and gays? How's everything today? I'm doing dandy. I'm just weird like that. Okay. That's cool. Dandy, weird, Devin. That said it right? Okay, yeah. What's up with it? I go by she and them. I enjoy being a woman, but hate it every month. You know, like this menstrual cycles are ghetto. Who would ever in their right mind wish for anything like that every month? I don't care what nobody says. If you do not get a menstrual cycle every month, I don't give a fuck about you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to say it that way. No. If you don't get them, I'm not even going to say blessed or nothing, because the gift of giving a life is dope or whatever, but no one will understand the amount of pain that it is. And you just told to sit there and just take it. Be tough. That's the only time you ever going to hear a woman be told to be tough on something is by something that men will never understand that they go through, right? And it's just the way they be policing women's bodies. It's like, how dare you? How dare you sit there and tell me what I can and cannot do with my own body when you do not go through this, okay? You more concerned about the burden of being able to take care of what this body could do to your finances if you allow this body to generate another life, okay? But I understand the indiscrepancies of what men got to go through too with it as well. I get it. All right, so we got our little loop. Usually what I would do is just set up different cameras. Because I think that camera is locked to a certain position. Yeah, let me try another one. Let's duplicate this. Oops, I'm in pose mode. And duplicate. Don't worry, y'all. I'm better prepared this time. Hold on. I'm still here, but just uno momento. Hola. Hope you're doing well. So now, is there a way for the reflections on the car to follow the scene? Did I say that right? When it's rendered, it will, because screen space reflections are on. But like as I'm looking at it directly in the EV project, right now it's giving us realism because of the HDR that we have. But to my understanding, there's reflections coming from the HDR and from these lights as well. So yeah, you can see them a little bit. It works. It works for the time being. All right, so we have our second camera. And I'm gonna take off the object constraint for now. and then go to this camera and move this one to where it's like right here, and then switch the depth of field to where it's a little sharper, like that. Maybe a little higher. Nah, low look dope. Okay, so now we add another constraint. There we go. So we should be able to switch from camera to camera, right? So it's playing. Not while the animation is popping off. All right, so in our timeline, I think, that's camera car 1. Let's go to this one. Oh, I didn't lock the location. That's what's wrong. Okay. F. I gotta take this constraint back off.